Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is a weekly reading focusing on the energy surrounding us during the week of August 20th through the 26th, 2018. As you can see, I am not in my usual setting. I'm actually still away, so that's why I'm using just the one deck. I don't have any oracle cards with me because I'm traveling. So I've decided to do, instead of the usual 3-card draw, I'm doing like I did for last week's weekly reading, since I was away then as well. And I did the sort of a modified, like the smaller version of the Celtic cross spread. I did pull a couple of clarifiers, and I'll show you those once I get to them. And just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video. All right, so we have, sitting at the center of our reading, the 3 of Cups. Right, and this deck is called Abundance, and it's crossed by the Ace of Wands. So with the 3 of Cups at the center of the reading, this is a card of, or the suit of cups deals with, our emotions. It deals with feelings, relationships, and it's generally thought of as a card of celebration, right? This 3 of Cups is about getting together with other people. This can be friends, family members. It can be, a simple celebration, just kind of meeting up with people that maybe you haven't seen for a while, going out, having, having dinner with them, drinks, just, in general, spending time and enjoying the time that you spend with those people. Other times the 3 of Cups can be a more significant type of celebration. So celebrating, the news of birth of a child, the news of a pregnancy, news of an engagement. This can be a wedding celebration, so like the wedding ceremony. And it's, it's a card that is definitely, definitely a very positive card, so something to celebrate here. And what it's crossed by is this brand new beginning. We have the Ace of Wands here crossing the 3 of Cups. Aces in the Tarot are new beginnings. They're also blessings from the universe. In this particular deck, the images are quite different. And so, we don't have that hand of the sort of extending out of the clouds, the hand of the universe offering you this blessing. It's shown in a slightly different way, but, still the message of the Ace of Wands is the same. It has to do with beautiful new beginnings. It's a fresh start. These are usually aces are thought of as yes cards. So if there's something you've been waiting for an answer on, this is a yes coming in with the Ace of Wands. And the suit of Wands itself it's very fiery energy, right? This is exciting. This is something that either we're very, we feel very passionate about, something we're very excited about. It can have to do with our jobs. It can have to do with creative endeavors, job offers. Can have to do with working. This could be to do with your work. It could be just, working with other people if it's not sort of in the work, like the workplace, but joining up with other people, especially with the 3 of Cups where you're celebrating, you're coming together. And in this particular deck, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I'll hold it up again. Sorry again for the lighting in here. But it's called the origin, sort of the origin of the powers of fire in this particular deck. And it speaks of somebody who's burning for something, right? And has this very sort of passionate, positive attitude. And out of, you see in the center of the person's head, there's this, all of this energy kind of flowing from the person's third eye, right? This powerful vision stream. So it's really, unlimited potential with this Ace of Wands. So you could be experiencing, a lot of creativity, a lot of creative, if you've been sort of stuck for a while, if you are somebody who is, a creative and you're working on a creative endeavor, a project, maybe you've been stuck for a while. This is, now sort of the creativity is beginning to flow, and really anything can come of this, this unlimited potential with this card. Beginning of, a brand new a brand new project, a brand new job, can even be, you know, a brand new life. And I was talking about with the Three of Cups, could be celebrating some type of news of a pregnancy or birth. So for some of you, that could be, you know, it could have to do with the child. For others, this celebration crossed by the Ace of Wands, there could be a new job offer coming in, right? You could be celebrating this new offer. And especially, and I'm kind of jumping over here, but if we take a look at the card that was at the bottom of the deck, so the overall energy for the week, we have the Princess of Wands, so more fire energy. This would be the Page of Wands in the traditional tarot. And, you know, this is more beautiful fire energy. This is usually pages are the ones who bring in news in the tarot. So this could definitely be news coming in, right? This brand new offer, news coming in about this new offer. Could be a new job, again, a new creative endeavor. Could also be a person. You know, if so, this would typically be a younger fire sign individual. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, male or female, not gender specific, but somebody who's in their early 20s, you know, sort of a late teens, could even be a child of yours. It's very immature, very young energy. So this could be, you know, but I usually view the pages, even though it could be a person, I view them more as messages coming in, right? The pages are the bearers of news. They bring in messages. So, you know, there could definitely be news coming in this week, right? News that you're going to feel very excited about, that you're going to feel, you know, very passionate, very joyful about. And you see how she has on this card, it's like, oh, look. Underneath it, I was going to say, it's like she has this sun on her card. She's holding the sunflower, and look what card is immediately below it in the deck. We have the sun. So definitely positive energy, you know, lots of success surrounding this. I'm going to leave that like that, showing the Princess of Wands and the sun, because very beautiful, positive energy. So definitely positive things coming in with, you know, this new offering, possibly this new job, this new start. And now the cards that I pulled clarifiers on, we have at the foundation, we have two swords cards actually. So we have the Nine of Swords sitting at the foundation of the reading. And I'll go ahead and show you the crowning energy because I pulled it on both of them, right? And so we have the Eight of Swords crowning the reading. The Nine of Swords in this deck is called Cruelty. And you can see that the woman is, you know, she's looking very, obviously very down, just very, you know, as though, I mean, there's this heavy dark cloud raining down on her. And it's usually a card associated with, you know, that being kept up at night, you know, the repetitive thoughts, negative thoughts, lots of worry, lots of anxiety. And then the Eight of Swords crowning the reading. In this deck, it's called Interference. Usually this card, it's usually has like a woman kind of surrounded by swords, so suggesting that she is stuck in a situation, unable to find her way out of that particular situation. But it's good to remember that, you know, the Suit of Swords, even though these are, you know, kind of difficult energies, it is the suit of our thoughts, of our mind, right? This is air energy. And so it deals with, it deals with our thoughts, how our ideas, you know, the suit of air is where we come up with our ideas. It's how we communicate those ideas to other people. And so, you know, much like with the Eight of Swords, where the woman, she feels, right, she thinks that she is trapped. She thinks that there's no way out. It's all about changing. You know, we can change our thoughts. It's not easy, especially when you're in the Nine of Swords mentality. I'm not saying that it's an easy thing to do, but there is a way out. And so the clarifier that came out on the Nine of Swords is the High Priestess. And so, you know, the High Priestess is a very powerful energy to have as this clarifier. And it's, you know, it's really encouraging, I think, us to, if there is a difficult situation, you know, that this sits in the foundation, sort of the deep past, if there is something that's been very difficult for us. You know, we've been through this. It's like we keep going over and over. You know, this could be a difficult, a painful situation from the past that for whatever reason, we feel as though we're unable to let go of. These are things that keep us up at night. We worry about them. It could have to do with finances, could have to do with a job. We do have this sort of job sitting in the center, but obviously it's, could be any area of your life. But what we're being asked to do here is to really, look for, we have this beautiful spiritual guidance coming in with the High Priestess. She is a very powerful figure to have, right? To help us get out of this Nine of Swords energy. Now, traditionally, the High Priestess, she is the one who sort of sits between our realm, the physical realm, the material realm, and the invisible realm, the realm of the unseen. So she is kind of the keeper of the veil. She is there to encourage us to tap into the hidden knowledge, right, by using our intuition, by using trusting in our instincts, trusting in our using our psychic abilities, and so she's very much about paying attention to those signs, right? She's associated with the moon, so pay attention to dreams. And with the Nine of Swords, I usually think of it as the nightmare card, being kept up at night. So you might be having, this does sit in the deep past, so foundation. You might have already been experiencing these, quite vivid nightmares. You might have been having very worrying dreams, worrisome dreams. So do pay attention to the messages that might be coming through in your dreams. Also pay attention to signs, synchronicities, repeating numbers, messages that come through in songs, animals, like sing, animals, insects. Pay attention to your thoughts when those things come about. Now, in this particular deck, the slightly different interpretation of the card, I'll hold her up again so you can see her. You see that there are, along the sort of the bottom of the card, we have these four, looks like four waves and dots, really. And it's to represent the four phases of the moon. And what it is asking us to do here with the, paying attention to the phases of the moon, it's asking us to pay attention, or to kind of let go and give in to the cycles, right? This flow of time, the waxing and waning, and understanding that, yes, things might be difficult, but eventually, these negative things get better. Through the changing of, in this case, of the phases of the moon, right? By allowing for these cycles, allowing for this negative cycle to, we experience it, possibly learn from it, but also release it. And I think, that's coming through again with the message from our higher self, the crowning message of the of the Eight of Swords, the interference card, because this is really a card of, again, being very caught up in our own thoughts, thinking that we are stuck in a situation, feeling as though we're, entrapped, there's no way out, not being able to see our way out of a particular situation. This could be, again, could be a relationship, could be a work-related situation. It's obviously going to play out differently for everybody watching. But, the guidance that came out on the Eight of Swords is the Ten of Wands. And it's interesting because, I'll hold this card up again. In this deck, it's called Oppression. And you can see that, yes, we have all of the dark images here on the cards, which really do go along with the, the traditional meaning of the Ten of Wands cards, which is a very heavy energy, right? It's a card that speaks of feeling very burdened, almost overburdened, right? In the work sector, this card sometimes appears when you've been taking on, too much work. You've been taking on your share of work plus, other people's. So feeling very, very stressed, very overloaded, just wanting to kind of set all the wands down and move on. And you have, what comes after the Ten of Wands. Tens in the Tarot, they're endings, right? They're cycles that are coming to an end. They're culminations, right? As in with the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, it's sort of the ultimate. of that particular suit, right, of the pip cards. And the Ten of Wands is the completion of this particular cycle. And so, yes, things might be difficult. The burden might be quite heavy. It might seem as though there's no way out. But what comes in after the Ten of Wands is the Ace. And you have that sitting at the center of the reading. And that's what's going to be helping, right, us through this week. So, and in this particular deck, the message that goes along with the Ten of Wands, in addition to, the traditional message that I was just talking about, it also asks us to pay attention to, you see how on the other side, away from all the dark images, we have all of these beautiful butterflies. And so, these bright colors of the butterflies, they're really all about, this letting go, like getting rid of the heaviness, getting rid of the oppression, and then, emerging now, getting rid of self-doubt, getting rid of any feelings of, feeling restricted, feeling defeated, feeling, again, as if you're unable to do something, letting go of that and embracing whatever this, this new beginning, which is coming in with the Ace of Swords, embracing this new beginning. Now, I know I've kind of jumped around a little bit, but I'll go with the, in the recent past, we have the Universe. So this is card number 19 of the, in this particular deck, the Universe. All right, that's interesting. I was just noticing the Universe, it has the wrong, it must be a misprint in this particular deck because it's listed as number 19. And I kept looking over here and we have, remember I showed over here with the Sun card that came out underneath the Princess of Wands. The Sun card is actually card number 19 of the Major Arcana. So obviously the Sun card wanted to come out and was meant to come out. We had the 19 here and then the Sun came up. But the Universe, the name on the card is correct, right? I think the misprint here is with the number. That happens. Some of my decks, they have incorrect names for a few of the cards you find. I guess it's just a misprint. But anyway, the Universe card. So this is the World card. It's the end. It's the last of. It's card number 21 of the Major Arcanas. And, it's an end of a particularly long chapter, a long cycle in your life. It's a card that speaks again of endings and beginnings, much like with this Ten of Wands and the Ace of Wands with the new beginning. What comes after the Universe card, the World card, is the Fool, is card 0 of the Major Arcana. So brings in brand new beginnings. And this card, it speaks of sort of as above, so, as above, so below. It also speaks of these, again, this idea of cycles. And we had that with the High Priestess and the moon cycles. So there could be, pay attention. Obviously, this is just a weekly reading, but, this does come in the recent past. So there might have been an ending that came in around one of the previous new moons, possibly, or full moon. We do have a full moon coming up next week, right? The week after this. And I'll be doing a special full moon reading for that. Full moon coming up, but this could have already, happened around the time of the new moons or full moons. So pay attention to these cycles because it is a card that speaks of, the sort of the eternal cycle of this releasing, then coming together, the dying, the rebirth, the ending, the new beginning. So very important, cycles coming through here and the need to end a particular cycle in order to give way and open yourself up for a brand new cycle. Now, in the upcoming, right, in the near future, we have the Six of Discs. And this is we have another, looks like another sunflower, sun kind of reference here on the Six of Discs. But this is a card in this deck. It's called Success. Usually the Six of Discs is thought of as, well, it's earth energy. So it deals with, it's sort of the tangible things here in the material realm that we can touch and feel. It's like, it's the money that we earn from the work that we do. It has to do with our homes, our resources, financial prosperity, our family, education, knowledge. And this is a card it's oftentimes referred to as the like the mentor-mentee card, because it's about one person being in a position where they're able to, give to somebody else, and the other person is on the receiving end. So there's a give and take with this card. And it's important to keep in mind, if you are at like today or coming up in the near future, if you are in a better financial position and you are able to help, somebody financially, then, always do that, because you never know when you might be on the receiving end. This is also a card that can have to do with, like receiving money. This could be somebody repaying a loan to you. This could be you seeking a loan, going to the bank, trying for a loan. Maybe this has something to do with this brand new beginning, right? This celebration. Could be starting up your own business. You're in need of some capital, right, to start up your own business. So you could be seeking either money from a bank, or this personal loan or a business loan, or you could be seeking investors to sort of partner up with you with this Six of Discs card. But it is a positive card. And, in this particular deck, besides the traditional meaning for the card, it also has to do with sort of good circumstances coming in, abundance, success in all of the areas of your life now. And with the Princess of Wands and the Sun card over here, and this is coming up in the near future as we sort of head out of this week, and this could possibly play out, as obviously we ending on this 26th, so even into the heading into the last week of the month of August, and even beginning part of September. The main messages coming through here are definite cycles, and particularly difficult cycles coming to an end here. New beginnings, celebrations having to do with these new beginnings, possibly, could be in a relationship, could be within the work sector, a new job offer. This could be a new creative project endeavor, you starting up your own business, you partnering with other people to open up your own business, news coming in, and very positive news with the Sun card and the Princess of Wands, and overall success as you head out with the Six of Discs. So it looks like a very positive week. I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. Once I am back home, which will be around the end of this week, I will be working on the September monthlies, so be looking out for those, and I'll also be working on the full moon spread. So all of that will be coming. And again, thank you very much for joining me. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful week. Bye for now.